Hi there, I'm Namisha Patel Owen, and you're listening to Live Your True Self, episode number 118. After 18 years doing corporate, in 2018 it became about doing me, doing what I love. Not that long ago, I too felt stuck, lost, and longing to be something more, asking myself, who am I anyway, and what's my purpose? Full of self-doubt and fear of failure, fast forward to this moment and you'll see a version of me that's true to myself, calm, confident and clear, even in the messiness. Inspired by Krishna's words in the Bhagavad Gita, the mind can be the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. So perspective is everything. No matter where you are on your spiritual journey as a high achiever, I'm here to guide you. Together we'll step out of your head, the busyness in your mind, and drop into your heart so that you too can awaken your true self and live life more meaningfully in this moment. Take a deep breath and let's connect within. Welcome back, lovely one. I am so grateful you're here. Before we begin, let me invite you to take a moment to notice how you're feeling right now. How are you? And whatever is here is most welcome. Today's episode is a little bit different. Think of it as a gentle guided reflection, almost like an embodiment mantra that you can return to whenever you need. And it was actually inspired by something a client recently shared with me, and she's a high achiever, much like ourselves, driven, capable, very successful on paper, a real heart-centered, beautiful being. And in our coaching session, when I invited her to complete the sentence, I like myself better when, she paused and then she said, I like myself better when I'm not rushing, when I'm not snapping or reacting to people I care about, when I stop trying to prove I'm enough and just let myself be. And what was so interesting is that there was nothing about money, nothing about revenue, titles, or performance, nothing about goals or achievements, just how she felt inside herself. And in that moment, she realized that she'd been organizing her life around achievement and always wanting more and doing more, but not around the version of her she actually enjoyed being. And so in our session there, we didn't add more for her to do. We simplified, and she began moving her body to shift her mind and her emotional state. She started saying no and honoring her boundaries without kind of this need of over explaining and feeling bad about herself. She began making decisions from a place of calm and intuition instead of fear. And something so magical happened over a period of a few weeks. Her work didn't suffer. Her kind of clarity, her being, her confidence improved and deepened. She felt more grounded, even with the noise and pressure around her. And she showed up in a way that just felt really good for her in her body. And she was sharing this with me because she was leading herself and her life from a place where she actually liked herself. And this is the shift. This is what I want us to tune into, because you don't need to become someone new. You don't need fixing. You simply get to choose your thoughts and feelings, your habits, your boundaries, your ways of being. all in service of the version of ourselves we genuinely enjoy being. And so before I go any further into the actual kind of embodiment mantra, let me say this super, super clearly. For us, especially as high achievers, but for all humans, we love ourselves no matter what. Flaws and all, we are worthy. We were born worthy, we are worthy, we will always remain worthy no matter what we do, what we don't do, what we achieve, what we don't achieve, no matter what happens in life. We love ourselves and we are worthy. But this reflection helps you really embody the version of yourself you want to be. And this reflection is not about fixing yourself. It's about how you choose to show up for you, for your higher self, your future self, that real innate, kind of powerful, wisdom-filled, loving version of you. And it's in a way that feels inspiring and feels meaningful and feels pleasant inside and out. And this matters for our continued growth, for our awareness, for our spiritual kind of evolution and elevation, because we spend the most time with ourselves, in our minds, in our bodies, with our thoughts, our habits, reactions, choices, all the things day in, day out, in this moment, in every moment, no matter whether it's big or small. We spend the most amount of time with what we are, with who we are. And so why wouldn't we pause and ask with so much love and intention, which version of me do I actually like being the most? Not for others, not for performance, but for you, for your continued spiritual growth. And this, as I say, is super powerful, especially for us high achievers, because we're trained to focus on the outcomes, to focus on the results, and to, this idea of constantly moving forward onto the next thing, onto the next thing, and the next thing. And it's coming from a good place, because we're here to make an impact and difference in this world, on this planet, with the time that we have available. But this reflection gently shifts the focus to our inner experience. And in that process, of course, our outer experience and our outer reality mirrors. And this is where the magic happens. Because success without liking who we're being eventually feels almost meaningless and actually empty. And this is where you can feel lost, because you're so far away from an identity of your true self, and you're being someone you're not. And finally, I'll just say that when we choose habits, boundaries, decisions, kind of rhythms that help us like ourselves more, everything just softens. Things just become so much more neutral. And, it's this idea of it's not good, it's not bad, it just is. And we're able to see things in that way. And there is a real perspective shift, which comes from that grounding, and also, an element of self-trust, which just grows. And it's so natural, and it just feels so good, and life and opportunities just begin to flow. So that is my preamble and the context behind this embodiment mantra that I am going to share with you. So my invitation for you, my lovely one, is simple. How and when do you like yourself better? Pause here. Let this come from a place of honesty, openness, no judgment. And in the words that I share with you, notice how you think in that version of you. How do you feel in your body? The energy you bring into conversations and rooms. Notice when you like yourself better. Notice the decisions that you make, the way you treat yourself, the way you carry yourself. And as I say, often this version is calmer, clearer, more present, more loving, more self-trusting, self-respecting, not perfect, not polished, but aligned. And so I invite you now to be here. Leave the business behind, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to feel into the next few minutes. And just know that you can return to this reflection, mantra embodiment anytime. And over time, you can create your own personalized version specific to when and how you like yourself best. And whatever I say, whatever resonates, by all means, obviously take that with you. If it doesn't resonate, that's fine. Just let it be. So softly and honestly, let's begin. I like myself better when I slow down enough to reset, have a shower, a deep breath, letting go of what no longer serves me. I like myself better when I sit with a warm cup of chai and allow myself to simply be. When I'm calm and patient with my children and my loved ones, even when life feels full and challenging. I like myself better when I step into the sunlight and remember there is more to life than my to-do list. When I feel my heart beating during a workout, strong, alive, capable. When I turn upside down in a headstand or a pose and see the world as it is, not worse than it is. When I'm honest with myself, when I'm true to who I am. I like myself better when I listen to my heart's whisper and trust my inner guidance. When I notice my monkey mind and gently redirect it. When I keep my ego in check and choose humility over proving. I like myself better when I go within for answers instead of searching outside of myself. I like myself better when I eat mindfully and fuel my mind, body, and soul with goodness. When I honor my body instead of pushing past it. When my mind is quiet and not constantly racing ahead. When I declutter my space and create room to breathe and think clearly. I like myself better when I meditate, walk, and connect with nature, unrushed, unprepared, open to noticing. I love myself when I smile inside and out for no reason at all. When I allow my emotions to be there without shame or judgment. When I feel it out, release the heaviness and let myself soften. When I accept what is without resistance. When I take a deep breath before responding. I like myself better when I notice I've reacted and choose to say sorry. When I don't entertain my mind drama and get pulled into unnecessary noise. When I don't react to petty things. When I don't get swept away by my thoughts. When I'm kind to myself. I like myself better when I give without attachment and lift others as I rise. When I say no to what isn't aligned and yes to what is. When I focus on what truly matters most. I like myself better when I willingly take responsibility for creating my reality through the choices I make. I like myself better when I mess up and love myself for trying anyway. When I don't settle for mediocrity. When I show up fully and trust the right invitation, opportunity, or person will meet me. When I focus on possibilities, not problems. I like myself better when I shift my energy by shifting my focus. When I turn failure and setbacks into gifts for growth. When I choose growth over comfort. I like myself better when I feel the discomfort and do it anyway. When I expand my capacity to feel and take action from my heart. When I focus on who I'm becoming. When I'm resourceful, determined, and willing to find a way or create one. I like myself better when I let go of old limiting stories that no longer serve my highest good. When I find the good in any situation, person, or outcome. When I'm fully present in this moment. I like myself better when I remind myself in every situation there is an opportunity to grow physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When I embrace this season with patience and presence, knowing it too shall pass. I like myself better when I expand my identity and remember I am already enough and lean into my true self. Now let me invite you to rub your palms together, creating some energy, some chi, and place your palms over your eyes. Feel the energy radiate throughout your whole body. Feel the embodiment of this mantra land deep inside you and know that you can tune into this whenever you need. Bring your hands together at heart center, Anjali Mudra, and thank yourself for embodying this gift that you carry already. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Live Your True Self podcast. If there's something from today's episode that spoke to you, I'd love to hear your reflections. Just send me a note at support@namishapatelowen.com. Until next time, keep shining your lights and may you always live your true self. Namaste. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Live Your True Self podcast. If you're ready to go deeper into your spiritual growth journey, visit me at namishapatelowen.com to learn more about my work and how I can guide you. And be sure you're signed up for Yoga Life Weekly, your love note to inspire who you're being while you're doing. And also subscribe to Yoga Life with Namisha over on YouTube for simple, practical meditations and teachings you can live by every day. It's an honor to guide you in reconnecting with who you truly are. Bye for now.